Welcome to Stress Free Solutions with Sarah. I'm your host, Sarah Elise, a stress management and fitness coach, advocating the world to trust their gut more often. I discuss various ways to manage stress and share personal stories of guest experts who have gone through the same stressors as all of you at home. Hey there, super moms of the universe. Let's play a game called hide and seek. No, not with your kids or that mysteriously vanishing left sock. It's time to seek out you in the everyday hide and seek of life. Introducing Mastering the Soul System, a 12-week journey to reclaim your time and energy. This course is your gateway to finding balance, energy, and joy in every aspect of your bustling life. Picture this, 12 weeks where the words mom and mayhem don't always go together. Rediscover yourself with every breath in our Soulful Mind Weeks. Sing out loud in the shower or car, off-key is absolutely fine, and dance during our Soulful Body sessions, and embrace the quiet whispers of your heart in our Soulful Spirit adventures. It's about time your spirit got a front row seat, don't you think? Join us on this journey. Embrace the harmony between being a dedicated mom and your personal aspirations. Mastering the soul system, because darling, in the noise, find your silence. And maybe, just maybe, a bit of that elusive thing called me time. You deserve to thrive, not just survive. So come on, slide into our world at www.livewellenhanceyou.com/soul system. Your journey back to you starts now. There has been so much flowing through my head lately. It's not always good either. I get stressed just like everyone else. And I do want to stress that because so often people are asking me, so is being a mom not so stressful since you have all of your stress management techniques? And I immediately answer no. Stress comes in waves. And that's what I want all of you to realize. And hopefully you all can relate because life ain't perfect. And I wanted to share today a story with you when I felt stressed like I'd never felt before. And I mean it. I had never felt stress like this in my life. And it was during pregnancy. Now, I've mentioned to you, maybe I had a little bit of the blues in pregnancy, second trimester, which isn't talked about, but many women face it. But the number one thing that I felt during that stressful period was that I wasn't going to be a good mom, that every little thing that I did was wrong. And I hadn't even become a mom yet, and I already was putting all this strain and stress on my body and on my brain. It wasn't cute. It was ugly tears all the time. It was going to therapy, feeling like I was a mess and couldn't bring myself out of it. And I had to ask for help. It was hard, but I had to. And the pinnacle of all of this was on the road trip with my mom. And sharing this is one of the hardest things I think I'm ever going to do because I was on this road trip moving my family across the world, including my mom, and I just didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to admit that I was not okay. I was thinking of all my friends back home and how hard it was leaving them. I had known some of these people for 17 years, and I was just packing a bag, getting in a car, driving south and starting a new life. That shit scared me. Not just a little bit. It scared me so much that I couldn't breathe. I would get a panic attack every other day because I didn't know what was going to happen. When I moved there, I didn't know who I was going to become. Would I be able to meet anyone? Was I able to create a life that wasn't just my husband, you know? And I definitely have friends that have done this too, picked up, moved, and started a new life. And it was great talking to them. But when I was living through it with my hormones all over the place in my second trimester, I didn't know how I would survive. I was lost. I didn't know how I would get through it. And every day we were looking at new terrain. I remember we were driving through Tennessee and just watching the mountain fly by us. I felt like I was at the very bottom of the mountain and I would never climb my way back to the top. All I could feel was loss. It really helped me to call my friends while I was on my trip. But the person that I could have been using as a resource sitting right next to me, driving or being my passenger, was my mom. And instead, I took everything out on her. When I thought about it and really thought about why I was feeling the way I did, it was because for 3 years, my mom was kind of stuck in her own bubble because of the pandemic. She wanted to talk all the time and be able to vocalize with me like how excited or how scared or how nerve-wracking this might be. All I could do was say, "Oh my God, could you stop? Could you stop complaining?" Because that's all I heard in my brain because my hormones were all over the place that all I wanted to do was yell, "Stop." And it kept going that way until one day I just blew up. It was hard. It was sad because I put my mom through that, but it was hard to recognize that, you know what? This isn't right. This isn't you. This isn't what you do to manage your stress. You take your breaths. You listen to a podcast or a book or your favorite playlist. You count your breaths. You stretch. You do a mini workout. No, everything was out the window. And I said what I said. And then I felt the crash. My body completely gave out on me. My mind was again at a loss. And so fast forward to when I'm sitting talking to my therapist about everything going on, and my brain was working a mile a minute to try and process what just happened 3, 4 weeks prior. And she said, "Sarah, you are about to have a baby. Your hormones are all out of whack. You're getting the help you need. It's okay. Hearing it's okay and that I was going to be able to get help was all I needed." And slowly I was able to rebuild myself. Like I saw on that mountain, I could picture. And at that moment, I
I could picture me starting to climb up the mountain, one step at a time, using my whole body to get me there. It was scary. And it was the hardest thing I'd ever done. But I knew that I had to not just do it for me, my husband, my mom, and Presley, but now the baby that was living inside of me and about to come into this world. I had to take care of my hormones. I had to recognize it. And then I had to do what I did every day in Chicago. Now moving it down to Florida. I had to put one foot in front of the other and take little skips to brighten my day. I went to a Pilates studio. I asked them if they needed any sub assistance because that I could provide. I slowly built up my virtual clients again. I communicated with everyone what was going on. And I slowly let people in. My shoulders released. And I could breathe again. Why I share this with you is if you have the weight of the world on you today, or you did a couple months ago, you're starting to feel the anxiousness rise inside of you, it's okay to also sometimes be out of control, but then ask for help to the people that can truly help you and say, it's okay. It's okay to feel this way. It's okay to go through something and it not turn out the way you wanted it to right away. Be okay by not being okay. Now I'm able to communicate better with my partner, with my mom. I say yes to the help. I also say no to things and have problems with boundary setting, with my energy. I'm still really tired a lot, but I've made wonderful progress. And today, that's what I wanted to celebrate with you. And I hope you can do the same. Remember, speak well to yourself on the self-love journey.
Thanks to Dan Lieber at Beckett Brown Music for the intro and outro music. You can keep in touch with me on Instagram at Sarah Elise Coaching. If you're looking to improve your health and wellness, check out my business, livewellenhanceyou.com. While you're there, join the Live Well Enhance You email list and receive exclusive offers for our wellness programs and events. Until next time, take care.